Welcome back to Salt Sauna.
So
Yeah, that was real good.
I'm trying to get that little bass, but kind of pull the note out. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Good job.
You know,
all right, good.
getting it from the diaphragm. You know,
so ridiculous. All right, so we're back in the sauna today because we wanted to be in the sauna.
Yes, but also okay.
I totally forgot what we were talking about.
No, today is about part 2 of our biohacking series. Also, today we really want to focus on light, the effects and the power of light as it relates to biohacking. So we're going to focus on
chromotherapy. I would say it wrong. Chromotherapy.
Yes.
And red light therapy.
Okay.
So phototherapy. It's great for you.
Nice. Wait, don't forget to give the disclaimer.
Yes, kids. We are in a sauna with electronics. Don't do this at home. Don't bring your electronics in the sauna. We're not doing salt today because we have the electronics, but electronics don't like heat either. So don't be us.
No.
Okay, disclaimer done.
Oh, tea toast.
Tea toast.
Another mint blend. Oh. Okay.
That's good.
I've noticed something.
I gotta tell the folks
about your new. I was going to talk about it.
Yes.
Because I noticed something different about you.
I have an accessory.
Lucky you cute enough to pull it off, but just saying.
So wait.
I like it actually. So what is this?
So the front associate, I showed her, and she's like, "You look like a little fairy."
She's so wonderful.
I know. Like a little bell. No, so this is a sauna hat. It's a sauna hat. It protects your hair.
Okay.
And so for us girlies that have, the natural hair, sometimes it feels a little bit fried after a heat session. So you put your little hat on. It helps protect your hair. So that's why I got this.
And it got a nice little style to it.
I know.
You know?
I'm rocking it. I got my earrings on.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, when you first showed me, I was a little questionable before you put it on. I was like, I don't know how this cut gonna look. And I'm like, but seeing it, I'm like, that actually kind of fun. I actually kind of like it. I don't know if it works for my hair, but I'm thinking about getting one because I gotta protect what I got up here.
You got a whole lot.
I'm trying.
We'll get you a beard cover.
I don't need. We can get both, but you can take care of my crown too.
What was the cartoon? The Fat Albert, the one.
Yeah. I can't remember his name.
Was it Mushmouth?
It could have been Mushmouth, but I can't remember their names, whatever. But absolutely,
it's giving Mushmouth.
Excuse me.
What?
You just dated yourself, by
the way. Anywho.
I barely remember.
It came out before I was born.
I barely remember Fat Albert.
It's called syndication, man.
You still date yourself, even in syndication. Okay.
Anywho.
All right. Can we get back focus? People didn't come here to listen to all this.
Why are you the one that's doing all this?
Oh, it's blaming on a black man. I'm sorry.
Anyway. I keep trying. I'm trying. Okay,
so which one you want to touch on?
We started with the chromo light. We don't have the towel.
No, we don't.
So we don't have the towel on. So let's talk about the chromo light.
So how many colors are they?
On this one, I don't know.
Okay.
So there is a cheat sheet outside the sauna. So we took a picture of it.
So we got red.
Okay, that's what we're on now.
Strong green.
Okay.
Strong blue, orange, green, blue, strong yellow, strong indigo, strong pink, then yellow, indigo, and violet. So that makes a total of 12 different colors.
There's 12 different. Okay, so this light has 12 different colors. Right now we're in. I'm thinking this is red.
Okay.
Is this red?
Yeah, it looks like it could be. It should be.
Okay.
Now you want to know what the purpose of red?
Well, first.
Okay.
First, let's go. What's your favorite color? Or like when you do sauning, what do you normally have on?
Surprisingly, I have it on red. Sometimes I think it's just default because you have it on red.
No, I usually put it on blue.
You usually have it on blue?
I
don't
do
know why
blue
I
and
have on
pink.
red a lot. I have it on red a lot. I one thing I did one time, which was kind of trippy. I had them cycle through the colors.
You actually did that?
I did that. And
what is that like?
I didn't like it.
I feel like
I didn't like it because
I feel like it's weird.
Because it actually, surprisingly, I wouldn't think about it, but my mood kept shifting because of the colors. Mm-hmm. So I didn't feel anchored in any particular like mood or effect because it kept shifting. Compared to normally, like the color is such where I think it really impacts my like subconscious than it is an active, effect with the chromotherapy. Now the red light is a very different thing.
Yeah.
And so it oftentimes I find myself where the sauna and all the other modalities are happening, and with that red is going on, it kind of further relaxes me. Mm-hmm. Right? It takes me into a different state and I kind of settle into other modalities. And the only reason why I know there is a difference, a few times I got frustrated or just lazy and I didn't want to turn on the light. Mm-hmm. And I just hopped in the sauna and it was, it made the experience a little marginal.
Really?
Yes. I was like, I don't enjoy it as much without the light on.
Really?
Yes. It felt, and I don't know if it's quite, we're not getting to the therapies per se, but it's just like the user experience is what I'm kind of describing a little bit too.
Yeah.
Right? It felt like I just was missing something. It felt like you know how you like things ain't in Technicolor? Yeah. It's just like it just wasn't.
It was too dull.
Yeah, and the experience felt it psychologically. I think physically in terms of what the sauna, the heat would do on the salt, but I'm talking about just on my psychological. It was like it really, without the light, it felt it felt partially empty. It didn't have the substance that I'm coming to. Because like right now, I feel so like warm and inviting. Like it feels, it has an effect in coziness and is actually feel like I'm drawn. I want to sit in it. But when the light was off, I was like, okay, I'm like counting down the clock, and I can lose myself in the sauna every single time and staying here for I can do a whole hour 20, and be fine, right? But I was like, oh, 30 minutes. Okay, how much longer? All right, 45. All right, this is good enough. And it was like, I don't know if the same happens for you, but that was the case for me.
I will say, so when I said I usually like the blue and the pink, so I feel like when I have the blue on, it helps calm me. But it's weird because then I'll have like the red light therapy tower on, and then I'll have a blue light there, so it kind of gives it more of a purple hue. Overall.
Yeah.
And then when the red light goes off, it's then just blue.
Yeah.
But I feel like that one helps me just kind of stay like middle, just like that's like baseline. And then pink, I'll use pink if I'm kind of just like if I feel me.
And is it that you're picking colors that reflect the mood that you're in, or are you using the colors to move you
to move me out of the meh? I use the pink to move me out of the meh.
Never thought about pink when I'm in that particular state. Yeah. Oh. I mean, as an artist, I understand the power of color.
Yes. Right. Which, you know what, so from an artistic standpoint, and then we have to somehow relate this also to biohacking.
We will.
But
because we'll tell about the effects of it as well.
True.
So we haven't even gotten into the defining of what
about
the red light in a sauna is supposed to do in this whole experience.
That's true.
I explain that, but we can talk about
it. So let's talk. So from an artistic perspective, what does color do mean, and For reference, he went to school for art. So this is beyond me. I'm not an artiste. So
everyone is an artiste if they choose to. Let me stop. No slap on my fine art hat. Okay.
But please tell the people.
Color, I think the best way to describe or think about what color really does is that color is just it allows for the physical expression or manifestation of the human experience in its different state. And what I mean by that is like part of being human is about our emotional palette and range. Color is one of the easiest in a sense of, you know, in order to adapt or use or to comprehend a lot of times for us as human, even if you're not very conscious, but on a subconscious level, what that color in terms of representing whether it's our mood or shift us with our mood. And that's because we're human. And it's like, okay, so for example, now I got into all that fluff explanation.
That was a really,
let me give an example, right?
MoMA explanation.
Right? We know the color blue. Mm-hmm. Color blue can represent nighttime, cold, right? Sadness, even sometimes depends on the hue, can be depression, right? Except for getting to a certain shade that we are tied into the night sky during a nice sunny day. But most of the time it gives us those type of put on that range, whereas red make us think of fire, heat, excitement, love, passion, all these exuberant things. And so those all I just described is just the palette of our emotional plane. And so when you want to evoke those type of feelings, you know, you can either bathe yourself in it like we're doing now, right? Because our brain know an association color to these emotional states, or you can represent it in the world and people use it for branding or fine art or whatever, right? And that's how we connect as humans, going back to my first point. Like that's one of the ways we connect as a human on the emotional palette is through color. So that's the power of it. That's the uniqueness, and that's the why. Is where it all wrapped into one.
That was very moment. Or well, actually, we're in Chicago. We're in Chicago. What is Chicago? MFA, Museum of Fine Art.
They not gonna understand. You talking about the MCA?
Yeah, MCA.
The Modern Contemporary Art Museum.
Oh, that was horrible, man. I totally.
You can tell she's not an artiste like myself. No, let's stop. Okay,
I'm not.
Let's keep it moving.
I mean, I appreciate art. I do. I appreciate the arts.
Okay. Like the women's. Why you take that tone? Like, because I like the women's. You like the arts. Oh my God.
Anyway, I'm saying anyway. Today.
And it's getting warm in this joint.
I know. It's like 97 already.
I'm starting with that tea from the inside.
I know, and you have a
outside. I'm like
a shirt today.
You know.
See, I'm half naked. I got on a lace suit.
Okay, so let's pivot back to, because I mean we're getting pretty far in the podcast and we haven't swooped it over to biohacking.
Oh,
so let's pivot.
So what? Okay, so biohacking we talked about was figuring out ways to support your longevity, and how are you using technology and advancements in science in order to support that. So
yes, and to get into, remember last episode you made this distinction about the homeostasis state, right?
To get to your middle. To maintain homeostasis as long as possible. Yes. Okay.
I don't want you to forget that.
Thank you. So with light, and I think it does go with some of the things you were saying around just color theory. So every light color that we can see that's visible to the eye is producing a certain vibrational wave, right?
Yes.
And so I think that's kind of ties into what you were saying, is that it invokes a certain mood, a certain je ne sais quoi within the human form. Yes. And so I think it's that vibrational wave that's coming at us, and that we're bathing ourselves in, that helps our body in tune with that wave.
Yes.
And so when you add light therapy, colored light therapy, to whatever it is you're doing, it just kind of adds another layer to help you get back to whatever would be your homeostasis. So like for me, when I said I like the blue, so like when you say, depression, night sky, I always think ocean.
Yeah, and it has that effect too.
I always think ocean, and I'm a
But we also know ocean also is somewhat cold, and so it has these
I think
other
no.
elements,
Okay, I'm thinking
I'm sorry for
Caribbean azul.
I get it.
Warm sand beaches.
I'm not gonna nerd out, but I get it.
I know, but
I'm about to nerd out and get in a little bit deep on the art part. But yes, you're correct.
I'm thinking
those are all real things too. Yes.
Blues. That's the blues.
Yes.
It's when I'm bathing myself in blue, I'm like, yes, this is calming.
Yes.
Coastal.
Correct.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Yes. All the happy things that go with blue.
Yes.
Yes, there's some other things that go with blue, but that's where and so that's the wavelength that's given me.
Okay. What we just had was a moment of understanding that colors, much like how the human experience, it has a duality.
Everything does, yes.
Absolutely. That's all that we just wrapped in as we started to tap on this whole not this, I don't like how I phrased it, but how we navigating using color into biohacking, right? As a biohacking tool.
Tool or technique.
Because the red can be dangerous too, because fire can burn and all the. So there's ominous parts and also great things with almost every color, and basically how we are as humans, one psychologically.
Yes.
And then, but I do want to point on this, and I'm gonna hand it back to you because I know I interrupted your thought process, so don't forget this. Forget what you were saying.
I already forgot it.
Okay, well you'll grab something new. The point also is that it's not just psychological. We know that light has a photochemical effect onto the human body, right? Much like how we think about with plants. Plants can't grow. Most plants can't grow without some light, right? A particular kind of light at that. As well. And so we have the same thing response, because like we know that certain people suffer when they vitamin D deficient, and then you got to be in the sunlight using light in order to raise those levels. Or certain ethnic groups have a higher thing of vitamin D because they're living in the sun more so than other groups that stay in other climates that don't get the same quality of light hitting them. So that's the validation also of. I'm just going to give I just want to give those two examples, so to give greater weight to why light therapy have efficacy and can be used as a real therapy. So now, okay.
But I really did forget whatever it was.
Well, then grab. What else you want to talk about?
Well, no. So but let's kind of go through.
Want me to read off? I'm gonna.
So like we said, there's a cheat sheet outside of the sauna that kind of tells you about the different colors. So since we have red on, I've got my little handy dandy clicker that changes the light.
Okay.
So what does red say on here?
So red supports activation of circulatory and nervous systems.
Okay, so we're in a sauna that automatically increases your blood flow because of the heat, right? And then if you have the red light, and that might be why you're feeling, because like last time at 100 degrees, you really hadn't started sweating bad. But right now,
I'm going.
You got some.
I'm going.
You got some beads going.
You know what I'm saying?
So perhaps, because we don't even have the tower on. We just have the chromo light on.
Correct.
And the heat, and it's just now at 100 degrees, and so. And I feel a little bit warmer than I would normally feel at 100 degrees. My last time, you were like, "You're still cold," and I'm.
You're a little picket. So your point is.
So my point is, maybe there's something to that. Maybe just sitting with the red in the sauna is adding to our blood flow, our vibrational level is saying we're supposed to be
absolutely
aggravated.
That's you. No. Okay, that's modern dance. There, you're gonna interpret in your body.
I told action you I circulation. Like the arts.
You know, let's move on to the next color. Okay. All right, he's just kidding.
Green.
Okay. So this is
makes me think of trees.
This is the strong green. You see how bright it got, yes. Right?
It is. And so you know my eyes going from red to green. It's very off-putting.
It's taking some time.
See, this is why I never do the cycle through.
But also the cycle is so fast. Oh, it's like every 3 to 4 seconds. Boom.
I just listen. Should we do it?
Can we finish? Finish this before?
You know I got.
You're so schizophrenic. Your thought.
Anyway.
ADHD.
Okay. ADHD. Not schizophrenic.
All right. So. Say hey, don't put.
And for real, I do have it. Okay, I have it.
Yeah, not schizophrenic, but ADHD.
Not yeah.
Well, people get the wrong idea.
They're gonna be like, we're gonna be canceled. That's why I had to say no. I for real do have it.
Okay, dear.
But it's okay.
Okay, so
high functioning. Okay,
strong green support anti-infectious and regenerative stimulation.
So that makes me think. So trees grow, plants grow. It feels like that's the green. Now, but wait. We changed it.
Well, what is it? How you feel?
I feel cooler.
You feel cooler, okay.
And now it's 103, right? It's 103, and at 100 degrees, I felt warmer than 103 now.
Well, I don't quite feel that way.
I know, because you once you get hot though, you hot.
But one thing it feels like it did on the mood was it made both of us more spunky, more. I think when we look back at this or whatever, they we literally change
attitude.
Yeah, I'm saying this. So let's
it
see.
Makes your skin look interesting too, though. It's it's weird. I don't know if I'm a fan of green in general, but I don't know if I could sit in a sauna and be like, yeah, let me sit with green.
Okay.
I know one of the associates sits with green because that's her favorite color, though.
All right, let's switch to the next one.
Probably shouldn't always sit with green.
Well, it's for infectious and other effects.
Good.
So
well, you know what? But that's good to know. When I have a cold next time and I do my salt treatment, okay,
I need to sit in blue more often now.
What is blue?
So strong blue supports joint lubrication and reduction of stress and infection.
So maybe I
need to sit in blue more
because as you get older.
Did I just
Wait a minute.
you dating yourself?
Totally. Well, I already said about Fat Albert. I'm gonna tell y'all, something. This morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna share.
Okay.
This morning. Not everything. I'm
clutching my pearls. All right, finish.
Well, no. So we were having our morning coffee and whatnot, and I got myself into a position, and everything just locked up. It did, and I was ow. And so then Stephen had to stretch me out. He had to go her leg into our little wellness room at the house, and he was pulling my poor legs. They were not having any parts of it.
He was like, "Oh, this is a nice stretch." Yeah. And then she got locked in the stretch. Right? It was like, "Oh, this is so nice and comfortable." Okay, cool. And they just got locked in, and she's like, "Oh, my knees. Oh, I can't move." And then it was like she tried it, just couldn't get.
I couldn't. She had to literally move my physically. So I'm gonna tell you, getting old sucks. I don't like it. It's trash. I don't understand. I used to be able to do a lot of things. It's trash.
That's why we doing these type of things to slow down the process. Or make the process of getting older better.
You know what?
I'm saying? I get that it's...
You know what? Maybe here, do you need...
Yeah, because it's getting my eyeballs like...
Okay.
I can't.
With your towel. Okay. But no, but you know what? I didn't do... When's the last time? I think last weekend.
What? Your sauna?
Saturday?
You've been too busy to do sauna?
I've been too busy. Today's Thursday. So I almost went a whole week. That's what happened.
So you got off your regimen.
Yeah, I got off my... I was a everydayer.
Yeah.
And this week it's just been a lot.
All right.
Okay.
Next color, please.
Oh, okay.
No transition. Just now. This is orange. Yes, this is what orange look like.
Okay.
Which
sometimes the one at the house we use orange then because I think
orange is kind of pleasant.
Yeah, it doesn't. Now I know this one is good for fat reduction. It does something to where your metabolism likes it. Sometimes I like to think the color, when you think about the parts of the body that you're trying to work with, then try to match the color with it. Because it kind of makes sense. Like the yellow and the orange, to me, remind me of like, the fat and like your metabolism and, vitamin C.
Okay.
And then the blue, I think like, your veins. But then the red, I just think the blood. Or blue, I also think nervous system sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If that helps you.
Yeah.
Next color, please.
But you didn't.
You were so correct.
Yes.
How you described it, you was correct. I said you was so correct. I didn't need to read it because you was too busy lost. But it's okay. Next color, please. Ooh, so violent.
What is this?
This one here is just green. Because remember, the first one was strong green. So it was a little bit more... This one's a little bit more muted.
No, this hurts my eyes.
So, well, you were struggling also from the red to green. So it could be the transition from a warm to a quote-unquote cool color. This might be a little trickier for your eyes to adjust. I know it finds it's more difficult for me to read right now in a cooler color than it is in a warmer color.
Again, getting old. We need readers now.
But this one supports overall relaxation.
This is supposed to relax you?
This doesn't resonate with you?
No.
Does it?
No.
You're so angry.
Yes. It's not easy being green.
Switch. Next color.
Is this indigo?
No, this is just blue.
This is red. So what was the other one? Was the other one more indigo then? Or strong blue?
There was strong blue.
Oh, that was strong blue. Okay.
Okay, so this one
isn't the blue I use at home.
So this supports, muscles, skin, so muscles, and skin cells, and nerves.
Use this one then.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I said nerves with the blue.
Yeah.
But I like the other.
So the other one deals with your nervous system. This one for your nerves.
Oh.
So yes, the strong blue covers all of these things.
Okay, so I'm doing PT on my shoulder. Again, getting old, I have frozen shoulder. I'm just telling all my business.
I see. I don't know why you're getting excited. You really enjoying this thing. You're really enjoying telling all your ailments and how you broke up. I don't know why, but
anyway, let me tell you.
Anyway, okay, confessional time. Let's go. I ain't stopping you.
So my shoulder, right? I got a frozen shoulder. It happens to women over a certain age. Don't know why. But when we switched from green to this, now I feel like the ping, 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 ping.
Like the needling?
Yeah.
Interesting. I
don't like it. I like the other blue.
But you probably need... Okay. Oh, you like the other blue?
I like the other blue. This one's not a fan.
But it doesn't do
Like
muscle though.
Normal yellow. What are there two different types of yellow?
This is strong yellow.
Oh, this is strong yellow? It's so normal.
Strong yellow promotes strengthening the body and supports internal tissues. So
that's good too, though.
But it's
doesn't it feel like it's cooler? It feels like it's cooler in here now.
Maybe, I don't know. Once I get hot.
I know, but I don't feel anything. Like, I know it's warmer based on the temperature,
but I mean, it could be. You know, we really built different.
This, if I sit in this, that what you were saying earlier about being bored, kind of just like, that's what this feels like now. Okay. Like, I feel like it immediately got cooler. And I'm just kind of like, Okay. It's outside. It's just being outside.
And then let's pivot to the next color.
Color.
Okay.
Oh, see, I like this one.
This is strong indigo.
No, this looks like turquoise.
It says strong indigo.
Indigo's darker.
But it's purple because look at the camera, how the hue coming in through the camera.
But I'm looking at the light itself.
I know, but
weird.
Okay.
Okay, at any rate.
Helps soothe eye inflammation and ocular fatigue.
Oh, we should
so you use it for
often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For these old man eyes. And that's the only thing that's wrong with me. Sister, don't do that.
Huh?
Don't do it. You know you almost made me say something. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I first wrote Jesus. You almost
pink.
Next one. This is pink. This is strong.
I use this one a lot.
The strong pink. Support strengthening the veins and arteries.
I need that.
Okay.
Keep my blood going, but not too bad.
Next one.
There's more?
Yeah. This is just regular. This is regular yellow.
This is regular. I feel like it feels like it's just a lot of yellow.
It supports skin purification, soothe indigestion, and body stress. You need definitely sit in this. Indigo. You can't cancel me with no light.
How is this indigo? This looks great.
It feels like it is a little green from interior.
It feels like it's green.
But it's not as strong.
It looks different on the camera.
So it's a different light. But it also could be our eyes keep getting played with because we went from yellow to that. Normally you pick a color and you stay in a color. So
all right, we're gonna have to watch this video back so I can be like, okay, what color was it? Because now I really don't know.
So this supports elimination of impurities.
Be gone. Get
Okay.
Next.
Last one, violet.
I do this one sometimes.
This one is very pleasant.
Yes.
You know?
This one, I like to do this one and watch Bob's Burgers.
And this one's for relaxation of the nerves and the lymphatic system.
That's great. Yeah. Drain my lymphatic system.
Okay.
Keep me healthy.
All right. So we call it the chromotherapy.
Yes.
Let's switch over to the red light.
Okay. You want to leave it on this one, or which one you want to? Where do you want to put it?
No, we want to put on the red light.
No, I mean put the chromotherapy. Are we leaving the light
on? Turn it off.
Turn it off?
Yeah, I want people to see.
It's dark.
What it's like.
You gotta push the number first. Now you turn the main light on out there.
I didn't know this affect that. You serious?
It's a motion sensor.
Oh, because I pressed on the door?
Because you were moving into a posture motion.
All
right.
Now, this is a big difference.
It's so bright.
And without the chromotherapy, you know what I'm saying, on.
Flashlight.
Now, turn on to red up top.
Turn on to red?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we're back at red.
Yes.
But it's like that's more muted. That's this. Okay, so first let's talk about the difference between this red light therapy versus chromotherapy. So red light therapy, and it is all over the news right now. Like it's in.
Did you just instantly get hotter?
Yes, I'm telling you.
I totally did just now.
Red, just like I'm telling you.
Like, okay.
Now I feel the heat. Like when we cycle through all those other colors.
Red does it.
I was not hot, and now I'm like I'm hot.
I flutter too. You do the eye. Okay.
Okay, so now what?
So we're gonna talk about red light. Let's talk about the different type of, because this is a different wavelength, correct?
Yes. So this
And
is
that's what's
so when they talk about red light therapy, it's actually infrared
okay.
light therapy,
Okay.
which is the same infrared as the sauna that we're sitting.
Mm-hmm.
So this red light, there's
But hold on, before you explain the different types, why is that different?
Because it penetrates your skin
Mm-hmm.
and works at a cellular level. So it's photobiomodulation. So
okay.
it activates the mitochondria in your cells and says, hey, wake up, wake up, wake up. And they start moving around, and then the cells begin to function. They start remembering what they're supposed to do. So for us old folks, it's great.
Don't be like that.
I'm helping.
Finish your point.
So you have on black and your shirt is hot. Okay.
It's blue actually.
That's blue?
Yeah, but it's the light.
People are gonna think I don't know my God.
Because you don't. But nonetheless, I'm sorry. Okay. You came at me first. Okay, so the mitochondria, and it's saying like when you old.
Yes, when you're old, your cells start to kind of like slow down. I mean, they're still going, they're still functioning, but they slow down and they're like, oh, what was I supposed to do? They kind of act like me, where it's like, I forgetful. I don't know what we were doing. And so sitting within infrared and getting the infrared rays and, directly on you, at you, through you, helps wake them up so that they can say, oh, I remember what it was that I was supposed to be doing. And the best part, so red light towers, which I'm sure a lot of people have heard about them because it's been, again, all over the news. Even in like Business Weekly, they've done stuff on it. It's like, does it really work? Yes, it actually does work. It's great for collagen production.
Mm-hmm.
It's great for wound healing. So if you say you got a cut or something and you don't want the discoloration and you want it to kind of heal up very nicely and a bit more rapidly, great for that. It's great for, like, say you twisted your ankle and you're trying to get that to heal. That's great too. You got some joint inflammation and pain and arthritis. Mm-hmm. Great for that too. And so when you mix the red light tower, which usually is, I believe, the near and mid, with the infrared, which is usually mid and far, then you have what's called full spectrum infrared therapy, which means you're getting the best benefit. It is hot.
Yeah, the sauna is supposed to be hot.
I know, but it's
surrender to
it's harder this time. What did it get up to last time? It didn't.
You cranked the thing up though, but I don't know. Finish your point, because you're in mid-educating folks, and then you abandon it
because I got hot.
It did its job.
Normally, I'm sitting in the sauna. I ain't talking to people.
So mid and far, you have the full spectrum.
Yes, full spectrum. So it's really great. You get all of the benefits. You get the cardiovascular benefits. You get the collagen. You get the inflammation reduction. And then as you start sweating like he is, then you start getting the detoxification as well. So it is fantastic.
So we covered, oh my God, a lot on chromotherapy.
I know.
Did you notice that?
It was there was a lot of colors.
Yeah.
There were a lot of colors.
Yeah. So what the takeaways? One is, wherever you at in trying to get to that homeostasis state, right? Yes. Whatever spectrum you're trying to get right back into being balanced, there should be a light that it, is will help. Yeah. Assist you in terms of reaching that, right? And then when you add it with the sauna, you just open it up everything as well to speed up that process as well, and getting just further and further benefits. Yeah. If nothing else, psychologically, shifting one mood is really, really helpful.
Yes. And I think even with just, if I rewatch whatever we just take, I really do think I will see a mood shift in the conversation as we've gone through those different color lights. Oh, one more thing on the red light therapy, because I know people are really like, does it really work? Okay, I'm gonna share. It's another share. It's a sharing moment. So yes, it does work. Like, I will attest to that. So I have been on my health journey since 2017, and I was a chunky chunk. I was super, like, I was rotund. Yeah, I was still cute. Now, don't get me wrong, I was cute. I've always been cute, but I was voluptuous, and then some. But
talk your talk.
Yes.
Talk your talk.
Hey, it ain't nothing wrong with that. But I knew I needed to get my health together. I got my health together. And as you get your health together and you go from one size to a very smaller size, skin.
Yeah. You did put in a lot of work to make sure you get your elasticity back.
Yes. And I mean, and I do have, like, it's not perfect. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. But if you saw a picture, go if you follow me and you know me, you know what these arms used to look like. And I did red light when I started my journey in 2017. I immediately, it was like when red light was kind of starting to become like mainstream, not even really then, because it was only in like tanning salons. Yes. I was like there religiously, and that was even funny because I remember I was in New Mexico and visiting my parents, and I was like, Mom, I need to find a red light place because I can't miss my treatments. Yeah. And she was like, what? Told her about it, and she was like, okay. Found it at the tanning salon in New Mexico. I walk in and they looking at me like, why you here? And I'm like, I came for the red light. And they were like, oh, okay. Yeah, I don't need a tan. I just need the red light. But it works. It has helped. It has kept me somewhat together. So all you ladies and gentlemen out there that may be on a health journey, going from one size to a very smaller size, or attempting to go to that smaller size, start early with the red light treatments. You'll thank me later.
I think on that note, that's a good place to wrap up and for today.
I think so too.
Yes. Till we meet again.
Good chat. I have burning. It's burning up now.
Another one down of Sauna soap.
Salsa.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.